Hey everybody, Easy Mode here, and I'm coming at you with a video regarding Torchlight 3, which just got released June 13th, 2020. And I'm currently playing the Sharpshooter within this early access game. The Sharpshooter is the archer type of character within Torchlight, and it's been really fun playing her within this game. I'm currently playing her on the hardest difficulty, Ridiculous. It's the hardest difficulty that they have to offer, and she still performs very well against the monsters, as you'll see momentarily as I take on this boss within the Phase Beast area. Pretty much a Phase Beast area is an area that is one level higher than you are, and I'm handling this boss pretty easy with my setup. I currently like her kit so far, so in this video I'm going to go over how to build her, what I feel like is going to be a strong kit for her in the near future, and hopefully it'd be a kit that's strong enough to carry her through what we would hope to be a good end game with Torchlight 3. Torchlight 3 reminds me a lot of Pagan Online when it was in its beta form, so I'm really excited to be able to kind of jump early on this and start playing it, start theory crafting about it, because there is a very easy access to playing the game. It's not hard to understand, but I have a feeling it's going to be a very complicated system when we start trying to min-max your character within Torchlight 3. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start jumping into the skills, the passives, the gear checks or the gear items I'm looking for, etc, etc. Alright, so let's first go over the character itself. So when we pull up the character right here, you'll notice that the Sharpshooter uses ammunition. And ammunition is how you use a lot of your precision skills, and it depletes it in a similar manner to like mana. Currently, this is the setup that I am running with my Sharpshooter. I'm currently posting 10 points in target strikes, 10 points in reloaded, and 10 points into Heart Seeker. Ultimately, I'm going to be looking for a legendary piece that's going to give me +1 to all my precision skills. So all of these are going to be 9s because I'm not going to want to waste these points to max these out above 10. I don't know how that works yet. Maybe it's worth maxing these to 10, maybe not. But I know for sure this one, I'm not going to have it at 10. I'll have it at 9 because there's no point in continually reloading your recharge rate high enough as it is. The second aspect of the Sharpshooter is this adventurer skills. Now, what these adventurer skills allow you to do when you highlight over them, every time you activate an adventurer skill, it gives you a bonus to your precision skill. Makes sense. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to activate an adventure skill. Let's say for instance my Rezzy's Fate here, and then my next 3 precision skills will immobilize a target for 2 seconds, which means my next 3 target strikes or my next 2 target strikes and my 1 Heartseeker's attack is going to immobilize them for 2 seconds. This goes really well hand in hand with what I'm trying to build my character like. I'm trying to build my character crit base. As any other RPGs out there, crit is where you can get a lot of high damage value for getting a high crit chance for high crit damage. And to do so, I'm using Ghost Visage here to provide me the next 3 precision skill strikes have a critical chance increased by 50%. And I believe it's more than 50%. It's going to be about 62.5 because I have it increased to level 4. And technically I have it increased to level 6 because of my item gear check at the moment. But what I'm going to try to attempt to do past level 35 is I'm going to attempt to bring this up to a higher level and possibly even use the Loyal Sashta to again bring more damage to my kit. You'll notice her tier 2 bonus increases damage to taunted enemies. So every time I blink, I'll leave a Ghost Visage behind, which will create a taunt enemy for 2 seconds, allowing me to at least shoot them once to have 50% more damage. With Shasta herself, it's going to be able to taunt every second. But at the moment, I don't feel Shasta is worth having because of the fact that you need to kite a lot with this character, which is the reason why I put a point into Rezzy's Fate. Rezzy's Fate slows down the enemy by 50%, and really the big bonus for me is my next 3 precision skills immobilize targets for 2 seconds. That is huge. The reason why it's huge is because it's the next 3 strikes. Targeted strikes pierces through the enemies. So you can have a lineup of enemies kind of lining up together, and you can use 1 targeted strike to immobilize all of them. And this goes hand in hand with the kit that I'm building her because everything seems to revolve standing in place and shooting in front of you like so. Now, one thing you'll notice is on my bar I have this Venomance Maw here, and that is my Bane. My relic skill is going to be Bane, and I chose Bane because it allows me to put poison inflicting with a large amount of my weapon damage per second on this attack. It also lets me create spiders, which kind of gives me mobs to tank for me, and it allows me to spray poison around to enemies. But the biggest factor for me was this critical hit chance that you get while having Bane active, which is a humongous damage booster when you activate your relic, as well as using this Venomous Maw to continually have a dot that deals 210% weapon damage per second for 4 seconds. The higher you bring down this cooldown, this thing is about 4 seconds long. It kind of matches my Rizzy's Fate. I can spam about 2 of these Maws before my Rizzy comes up, and I do have a combination here that allows me to work together with how I'm doing things here. Now let's start talking about the items that I'm working with and what I hope to be able to use in the future when it comes to this character. Okay, so let's start talking about items for this character. Just like in any other Torchlight game, the damage on your weapon is going to be highly important to use your weapon skills. Almost all your skills scales off the weapon damage that comes off of your weapon, and the secondary skills behind it just kind of amplifies your weapon. Primarily, I would want this to be a poison weapon. This is just the highest weapon I have currently, and I would want this to have poison damage because I am using the Bane Venomous Maw, and it would give me more poison to apply more poison, which implies more of my weapon damage. However, you'll notice I have some legendary items here, and these legendaries are going to be very important to have because these are the ones that are going to give you skill bonuses that you can use on what they like to call the Legendarium. The Legendarium allows you to select a affix from a particular item and place it here so you don't have to wear that item. This is huge when it comes to trying to min-max your character because you can use a set piece from another set that you really wanted to use while wearing a totally different set piece. Currently I'm trying to get the helmet that comes with a musketeer, which allows me to get +1 to precision. I'm gonna want that because I'm gonna wear it, but then when I out level it, I can put it here underneath my Legendarium, and this allows me to continually have that +1 bonus while not wearing the set piece. And this is where ultimately my build is gonna kind of tie back into the build itself, because I'm gonna want that Legendarium here so I can take away some points on my skill itself, and then ultimately use the remaining ones to assist me in whatever manner it may be. Like this one here, the Wandering Hood, is a very good one because it gives me plus movement skill +1 and it gets charged faster, allowing me to use my Ghost Visage a lot more, 4 times instead of 3. And it's great to have this extra mobility when you do need to kite, because there's not really a way for you to tank mobs at the moment. That's pretty much the build itself. You'll notice every time I use a skill, this icon changes, indicating that you have 3 shots before the icon disappears. It's a great indication to let you know what you can use and what you can't use. And you'll notice the entire kit involves literally frontal attacks. And that's basically how I'm building your line of attacks like that. And it's been super strong. Again, if you do like the video when it comes to the Torchlight build itself, you can always drop a like, subscription at the bottom below. I do try to stream it every time I play. Any type of video game really. It could be PoE, it could be Last Epoch, it could be Torchlight 3. But I do like to stream all the time when it comes to playing those games. But I do hope to be able to create more builds in Torchlight, just so I can kind of mess around with some other builds. I have some other ideas for the Sharpshooter, but I want to get this video up because quite frankly, it was really fun to play here. I wanted guys to show exactly what kind of a build we're looking at here for this character, and possibly someone can teach me a few things that they have done that I haven't thought about yet. So again guys, if you like what you saw, you can drop a comment at the bottom. You can look at my credentials that have been flashing on my screen there to find my Twitch channel, and I'll see you guys next time I'm streaming or next video. Take care everybody, bye.